Hello, 6th sem students. Today I am going to discuss uh, on your paper 6.6 about Unit 3. So I am going to discuss about specific problems of industrialization in Northeast and industrial policies. Now firstly, let us discuss about the problems of industrialization in Northeast. In Northeast means 8 states. No, we are not 7, we are 8 states. So in these 8 states, we are industrially backward to say. Uh, the industrial, what are the main industries out here? So is there any industry significant that we can say? The main industries in this region are mainly tea. So tea plantation and then plywood factories are there. Plywood manufacturing, actually plywood is required for the packing of the tea, no? And there is some coal mining and some oil refineries. Now you must know that the government has banned all the coal mining, no? So the and whatever coal mining is going on at present, it is illegal. So government has banned. Then the oil refineries are there, but that also there are various problems. So the oil refineries are only in Assam. There are no refineries in the other states of the Northeast. Uh, what are the oil refineries out here? The oil refineries out here are, the nearest is a BRPL, no, in Dhaligaon. Then there is one in Nunmati. Then there's another in Digboi, and then uh, there's another refinery in Golaghat, no? That is Numoligarh. So these are the oil refineries out here. There is a lot of employment also in these refineries. Some people are employed here. So let us see the rate of industrialization is quite low in these industries, in these areas, and the rate of industrialization, and moreover you see in the uh, last part of 2019 and 2020 we are facing a lot of problems. Firstly, the car citizenship amendment act came, and now we are facing the lockdown due to COVID-19. So these industries are facing a lot of problems. On top of that, the industries in this area in the Northeast is also has some specific problems. So let us see what are the specific problems. Now, number one problem is there is low capital formation in these areas. There is lack of capital formation. So in Assam and in the Northeast, the rate of capital formation is very low. Uh, in these areas, you see the rate of savings is very low. We hardly save, no? We hardly save. Whatever the people earn, they just consume, and there is very low rate low rate of investment because the savings is low, and moreover the per capita income is low, so naturally the savings is low. Then secondly we come to the low rate of capital investment. Okay, first point was low rate of capital formation. The second point is low rate of capital investment. Okay, so the main thing you require for industrialization is investment. In the Assam and in the Northeast, there is hardly any investment. And many investors, especially from outside the Northeast, that is from the mainland India, they hardly ever venture into this region. And due to certain reasons, there is a flight of capital from this region. There is no capital coming, but whatever capital was invested, they have taken up and they have gone. So this is one reason. Then thirdly, we come to the third point is lack of economic infrastructure. Okay, there is what? There is lack of any physical infrastructure, lack of economic and physical infrastructure. Why? Because the infrastructure facilities for industries, you see, say uninterrupted supply of power. There is no uninterrupted supply of power. Always there is a power failure. The transport and communication facilities are very poor. So to talk of communication, always what? Now we are always facing this problem of what? Oh, link failure. No, there is always a link failure. When you want to have your results, when you want your results, or you want to fill up your forms, or you want to fill up certain you want to apply for something, there is always a link failure. And sometimes what happens, you just fail because the last date passes, the last date and time goes off. So this is one reason. Then number 4 is lack of proper technology. Okay, lack of proper technology. Then you see there is no technology in Assam and in the Northeast, and whatever technical expertise is required at present, it's not available in Assam. It's not available because whatever technical personnel were available in the Northeast, they are employed in multinational companies and they are not interested to work in Assam. So no technical expertise. Then comes another point, that is point number 5, is there is no local entrepreneurship or lack of local entrepreneurship. Actually, this land, Northeast, lacks local entrepreneurship, and Assam, what is Assam called? Assam is the land of Lahe Lahe. No? Assam is Lahe Lahe. So, supposing certain one person wants to set up something, no? One person says, I'm going to set up a new sort of plant. I'll start manufacturing, say, I want to manufacture, say, shampoo. So, firstly, there will be obstruction from the family. They'll say, oh, no need, you search for a job. Sakori korahe tumi eibur koribo nalage. They'll say like that, no? Then he'll be discouraged in some way. Then all his that fellow friends, they'll also discourage him. And there is no zeal, the fire. You must have a fire to set up something, no, to do something. That is lacking. So naturally, if somebody wants to set up something, then discourage is there, and naturally that ambition just fails. And moreover, there is no local entrepreneur at present. And nobody wants to do any entrepreneurship also. Entrepreneurship means what? To do something that no one has done. In a new way. So then we come to the point number 6, that is lack of finance. So this is also one big hindrance. One big hindrance is finance. Finance means money, no? You require money. So the banks and other institutions, that is financial institutions, they are always, they don't want to finance. They don't want to finance. And even when, if they are willing, they'll make the person who applies to run for so many papers that ultimately he just gives it up. So you first bring this paper, this permission, that permission, and he'll have to run for say 6 months for that permission. And then whatever happens, and ultimately he gets that permission, and everything goes all, it becomes a failure, because he the initial, that is enthusiasm, just dies off. Okay, then we come to the point number 7, that is high cost structure. This is also one important point, high cost structure of industries. So the cost structure is so high. Firstly, some materials you have to bring from outside the state. There is the transportation cost, and then the labor charge, then the power charge. All this leads to a high cost structure. And moreover, what happens, the price structure in the northeast and in Assam is higher than the other states of India. So you'll see in the label, no, in the label of whatever goods you buy, so you are always buying what? You are always purchasing chips or kurkure or whatever it is, no? You will see the price tag is 10 rupees for other states, 12 rupees for northeast, no? Like that. That is, the cost structure is high. So this is one reason for lack of industrialization. Then comes the another point, that is the danger of investment. There is a lot of dangers in investment in the northeast. Why? Due to natural calamities. Okay, because there are hardly any non-government institutions who want to finance, and other institutions who finance, they are unwilling. Why? Because of natural calamities. And the main calamity here in the northeast is what? Floods, no? Every time we are facing floods, banpani, hane? Banpani to ami khodai face kori thaku. And then there is earthquake, no? Earthquake is another thing. And now, not to talk everything, there is COVID. There is COVID-19. So everything, leave aside, stay at home. Okay, that is the problem now. And so there is always uncertainty. Then comes another, we come to another point, that is disturbed law and order situation. আইন শৃঙ্খলা পরিস্থিতি, disturbed law and order situation. So always you will hear that there is some sort of disturbance always in the Assam-Nagaland border. No, there is always some disturbance. Then there is in other side, what? There is some disturbance with Bangladesh. So Bangladeshis are coming, and what they are doing, some firing and all, etc. All this. Then there is other problem of terrorist and all this, no, all of this terrorist kidnapping, arson, loot, murder, all these are there. So naturally the law and order situation is always disturbed. So in certain areas you'll often hear in the newspapers or in TV, so that curfew has been clamped in so and so. The government has given a 144. So all this is always there. So this is one problem. Then another problem is what? That is point number 10, that is lack of markets. So supposing one manufactures, no, the goods must be sold, no. So where do you sell the goods? Locally, some goods they won't. It's not possible to sell goods locally. You have to transport the goods to the markets. But this is also there is no market for certain goods. It's very difficult, and there is no suitable market for goods once they are manufactured. So supposing some enthusiastic entrepreneur produces some goods, then his goods are unsold, so that entrepreneur, that person faces loss. This is one problem. Then there's another problem is inefficient administrative setup. Our administration is inefficient. So you go to the office and you want to do something, you request something, then that person will say no. Today actually the officer is absent. Okay. Then supposing after some days you go and meet the officer, he'll say, oh no, actually this is not my responsibility. It was the responsibility of the previous officer who was here. Now he's transferred, so I can't do it. So all these problems, no, it makes you what? It discourages. So you have to run from this office to that office, and so naturally our administrative setup never encourages. This is one problem. And the last problem is insufficient funds from center. So the center is always unwilling to invest in the Northeast. There are many policies, many programs for new industries in various states of India. But once it comes to the Northeast, the center is always very critical and doesn't want to invest anything in the Northeast. So this is one reason. And more, only we have what? Only we have some sort of investment for tea and oil. No, there is no large industry here. So I hope you understand all this. You just listen to whatever I said and you note down the points. Okay, you just note down the main points. I think I have given you 12 points, and you listen to all these points and you note it down. So and whatever you want, you can also contact me. Okay, so today I wind up my class.